Dear students, in this video we are going to see how to execute the block or array transfer program that we have discussed. So by using this 8085 simulation tool, we are going to execute the code. Just open the application, select new file. So here we are going to type our program. The first part of the program is the initialization section, where we are going to initialize the memory pointers for array 1 and array 2 and one register for counter to count the array locations or memory locations. So first instruction is LXI H comma the memory pointer for array number 1 that we have already discussed. Okay, so memory pointer for array number 1, we have assumed the address C200hex, then LXID comma C300hex is for memory pointer for array number 2. Press enter. Next instruction is to load count value 5 in C register. So move immediate 05 in C register. So as per our program statement, the size of the array is given 5, so that's why we are taking the count value with 5. Let's enter. Then next instruction is move A comma M, take the HL pointed or memory pointed content in accumulator. Next instruction is to store accumulator content pointed by DE register pair. So STAX D, store accumulator content directly pointed by DE pair. Next, just increment the array 1 and array 2 memory pointers by 1. So INX H, increment the memory pointer of array 1. Next instruction is INX D, increment the memory pointer of array 2. Decrement the count value by 1 by using DCRC, decrementation of counter. Then decision making with the help of JNZ instruction, jump if not 0, and in front of JNZ you have to specify the 16-bit address. So here instead of address I am going to give the label up and this up label should come in front of move A comma M, because from this move A comma M the array transfer process starts. Okay, up colon and then move a comma m instruction, and last instruction is halt instruction. Then save the program. Suppose the program or file name is array transfer. Save the file. Now program is ready with us. After this you have to save 5 numbers in array 1. For this, just open the memory window. So from the left hand side corner of the screen, just swap right to open the memory window. Click on go and give the starting address of array 1, that is C200. So after giving C200, automatically the yellow box indicates the first location related to C200. Scroll up. Okay, so D0 means the first location, D1 means the second location, that is D0 means C200, D1 means C201, D2 means C202, and D3 means C203. Likewise, the 5 numbers you have to store starting from C200. So after selecting the particular location, the color gets changed to blue. By default, everywhere you will get 0 0. So at first location, suppose the first number 01, just double click on D1 location. So at second location C201, here you have to save 02. C202 location with 03, C203 with 04, and C204 with 05. Okay, just touch at another location. Okay, so in this way, at C2 location, C200 location 01 is there, at C201 02 is there, at C202 03, at C203 04, and at location C204 we have saved 05. And as I said, C200 is the starting address of array 1, and the starting address of array 2 is C300. So we will check the C300 memory location content. Just change the address. Okay, so here we can able to see from C300 everywhere you will find 00. So after the execution, starting from this C200, you should get the array 1 content, that is 01, 02, 03, 4, 5, like that. Okay. Once again go at location C200. So here we can able to see already we have saved the numbers 01, 02, 03, 04 and 05. Okay. Just touch at another memory location, because during the execution that value will, simulator will not take that particular selected memory location. Okay. Minimize this window. Okay. So During the execution of this program, as we have used C200 starting address for the array 1, C300 starting address for array 2. So excluding these two memory addresses, you have to use a different memory address. Okay. So while saving the program, while loading the program, you have to use different. Just click on load and change the starting address to store the program. So data you have to store, or we have stored starting from C200, and program will again store the data starting from C300. So don't use C2 and C3, use different. So suppose D000. Okay. Then press start. So here we can able to see starting from D000 our program is stored. Okay. So there are two ways to execute the program, that is step execution and direct execution. So in this program window, we can able to see in front of J and Z we have written label up. At the right hand side in the code column, just check in front of the J and Z C2, 08 and D0. Okay. So C2 is the opcode of J and Z instruction. C2 is the opcode of J and Z instruction. And as I said, in front of J and Z instruction, we are going to specify the address, but instead of address we have written label up, and label up is located where? In front of move A, M instruction. Okay. So this move A, M instruction is located at memory location D008. Just look carefully at location D008, move A, M instruction is there, and its opcode is 7EX, which is given in the code column. Okay. So here in front of J and Z instruction, just check code column C2, then 08 and D0. Always remember, during the execution of the 3-byte instruction, processor always assumes lower byte first. That's why it is showing 08 first and then D0. That is, lower byte means 08 and higher byte means D0. Okay. So D008 you will get in front of J and Z instruction, and while decoding it is observed that opcode first, that is C2, then lower byte 08 and then higher byte D0. Okay. So in this way the program is available with us. The 5 numbers we have stored starting from C200, and then we will execute the program to check the 5 numbers are coming in array number 2 starting from C300 or no. Okay. So we will go with run option. Just click on run. Okay. So execution is over. So just check the F register, flag register. So here in this flag register we can able to see 0 flag and parity flag is activated. So right now we are interested in 0 flag bit. Why? Because the J and Z instruction will check the contents of C register, which is assumed as a counter. So counter will go on incrementing up to 0. That is, we initialized the C register as a counter with 5. So that count value goes on decrementing up to 0 0. That is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Okay. So after getting 0, So as I said, as we discussed, DCRC is the arithmetic instruction. Okay, C register contain -1. Okay, so as we are getting C register equal to 0, at that time processor finds that 0 flag is set, but the instruction is given JNZ. So in this way the condition goes fails and the execution will come out of the loop. Okay, so now execution is over. We will check the contents of array number 2 starting from C300 hex. Just open the memory window. First we will check the array 1 content. So starting from C200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is available. Now we will check the result starting from C300. Okay, so here what happened, at location C300 by default it is 00 is there. Why? Because while storing the data in the memory, by mistakenly I have selected the C300 memory location. Okay, so that location get skipped by the program, and next memory location contents are available. So just we will execute this program once again. Just click at another memory location, suppose here. Okay, minimize the memory window and we will execute the program once again. Okay, the program is executed. It open the memory window. Now check the results starting from C300. We are getting 01, 02, 03, 04 and 05. So these are the contents of array number 2. So this is nothing but block transfer or array transfer.